Hello gamers and welcome to another Aquatico DevBlog video, but today this is a bit something different. We are not going to talk about tips and tricks. We're going to talk about what's coming next and what is different, because we're going to talk about next couple of updates and what is about to embark and what journey are we going to take together to actually expand the game and make it a bit more as you pleased, and as you said on the forums, as you said on Discord, just a little bit more rounded and to have some end game goal. So let me just start a little bit with the new game. Let's check it out.
We were bound for the stars, but the stars had other plans for us. Our cities were bright. We were walking in the sunlight. And then Nimrod struck. Arriving from the stars, the asteroid obliterated our world. Radiation spread, the climate changed, and sea levels increased. The oceans were our demise, but now they're a chance for survival. Beneath the waves, we will find a new home, and you will be there to build it.
Okay, cool. So, point of this video once again, this is the update that we're going to have today. That's the reason why we're actually doing this video, is something that is going to be part of a couple of updates that are going to implement your end game goal. This is something different. Okay, so small different things that we are going to implement. But today is going to be, as I said, one update, and it's not going to be this is the same base. By the way, so let me just start, right? So as we're going to talk, I'm going to talk about the game as we are slowly going to go through the tutorial, right? What's the difference here? This is going to be part of a couple of updates. This update today is going to be part of a couple of updates that is going to be implemented in let's say next month and a half, to be exact, right? So we are definitely going to have changes that are going to come. It's going to be something that is going to be end goal oriented, right? So what's the end goal? The end goal is going to be Atlantis project. That it's going to be, let's say, imagine it as a massive citadel that you, as part of many colonies that already exist under the sea, are actually helping with their resources and humans and people in your population in the future, right? It's going to be also you giving resources to that project and you giving scientists and people, right, that are as we said, engineers and specialists, right? You're going to give them to that project to help it build. It can think of it as one massive citadel which we are actually building as a species together to make it, let's say, a big massive colony that is going to be able to sustain not all the human life, but a lot of human life that is existing and surviving under the sea. So imagine that as being your end goal. Imagine that as being something that you're going to strive for, and that's actually the reason, one of the reasons, right, on why are you actually building this colony, right? And why you actually, it's going to be part of the biggest story that is going to be a little bit more, let's say, understanding in why are you actually playing this game, right? So this is something that we actually got our feedback from. This is something that we already have in our roadmap that we actually gave right from the start when we actually released this game on the 12th of January. We also gave that roadmap. This is something that we're going to implement, and one of those goals is going to be that end goal for the game, so you actually have something to strive for, right? And after you help build the Citadel, let's say that Atlantis project, it's also going to be an option for you to continue the game regardless, right? So it's not going to just end the game. Also, this is something new, right? You have wreckages here in the map. Maps are going to be some new maps. There's going to be also some as you can see, let me just pause the game. There is also, okay, let's finish this. Okay, now you're going to see how I actually where I built and how I actually built the start of the colony as I'm actually speaking to you. Cool. Okay, so plastic sponges, blah blah blah, sponge collector. Cool. When this is built, smash. There you go. Okay, so this is something that is also different in this update. There's going to be, as I said, couple of updates. This update is going to implement, your people are going to speak to you. They're actually giving you their insights, their thoughts. The maps are a bit different. I mean, there are more, let's say, you can see the remnants of the towns and the civilization from before, right? So that's a little bit different. We added a little bit that kind of disastrous part on the maps, so the maps are not just clean, and they actually feel a little bit more end of the world. This is something that is here. These are the remnants of colonies that were here, and they actually tried to succeed, but they actually failed, right? They couldn't. They were not as good as a mayor as you will, of course, be, and you will actually make this colony strong and indestructible. Yeah, so definitely it's going to be this is something that you can actually salvage, which is helpful, right? It's going to give you plastics, iron, and some furniture or something else, right? Depending on, you press that and you just wait for your drones to actually help with this. There you go, dissolving this building. So that's also something cool part, some small cool part that actually helps you a little bit. And there you go, this is the resources that are going to be given to you. So yeah, so just to remember correctly, right, not to get ahead of ourselves, right, what we are seeing here is just part of a couple of updates that are going to come in this game in the next month and a half. And with this next couple of updates, you're actually going to have that implemented end goal. You're going to have implemented some small fixes, small rebalancing that we actually are continuing to do as we are going through the game and make it better, even better, and even more balancing. Small fixes, small modifications. As you can see, your people are going to speak to you. There is going to be that end goal, which is going to be something that you're going to strive for. There are going to be missions for this city. They are going to ask you for resources and for people, so you can actually help that Atlantis project come to life, just think of it as a massive citadel, right, that is going to get built, and you are going to be an integral part of helping your civilization and human civilization continue on living under the sea. So these are the main things with all these buildings that are actually here from the other colonies that were unsuccessful in continuing, right? They got destroyed. The reasons, well, you will find out during the game why is this happening. The story is going to be, let's say, a little bit more rounded in the next couple of updates, especially with the end of April. With the end of March, beginning of the April, we are hoping that that story part is going to and this end game goal is going to come in the full circle. So this is something that we are planning on working on for the next month and a half, just that part of the game, and then we're going to continue to go on into other parts and expand. So yeah, we are busy bees. We are working, we are trying to make this game as best as we can be, as best as it can be, and we are listening to you and to your suggestions. So you could be free to come to Discord, be free to come to Steam forums, communicate with us, tell us your thoughts, give us your feedback. We are whenever there is really good feedback, being negative or being positive, we are reading them. Don't have a mistake of thinking that we are don't make a mistake of thinking that we are not reading the negative comments. Of course they are hard to read, but if you're not reading the negative, how can you make your game better, right? There is no chance. So we want to make our game better. We want to have this game be community driven, so every negative and positive thought is being always taken into account, and we are always thinking of how to actually, with our roadmap that, as I said, we already gave from the start of the game a month and a half ago, actually a month and a week ago. With this, we are actually just thinking of how to make this game better, and if it comes along with the roadmap and with your having some good suggestions, we are always inclined on changing something into the better, right, for you all to like. So thank you once again for your feedback. I do hope this video is going to give you some future changes that is going to show you that we are still working. We are not going to stop working. This is going to be a project that is going to last. We are not going to disappear. We are expanding our game, making it better. End goal is going to be implemented in a month and a half, let's say tops. Start of the April, everything is going to be probably polished, maybe even in a month, but hold your horses, probably month and a half. Let's say end of March, that should be end goal, should be implemented with updates, fixes, rebalancing of food and everything, right? And we are having some ideas. We're going to implement more small things. Just think of this patch that is going to come today as one of the, let's say, few steps that we are going to take with this next couple of patches, that we're actually going to give you some clear end goal that you are hopefully going to like. So thank you once again for watching this video. It's going to be a lengthy video, but I do hope that I didn't babble for long and I wasn't boring you, but this is something that is more of an info video, and this is something that is giving you a small verbal roadmap to what to expect in one next month. And hopefully after us giving that end goal, we are going to continue to work on the game and continue making it better with your suggestions and feedback, hopefully, right? So feel free to join us once again on Discord and Steam forums. Thank you once again, gamers, and this is the end of this DevBlog video, and check you out in the next video.